If you believe you have true allies in the ruthless game of power, you have already lost. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that every handshake, every smile, every whispered promise you have ever received was nothing more than a well-disguised move in a game designed to see you fall. The greatest trap in the pursuit of power isn't your enemies, it's the friends you thought you could trust. This is not just paranoia, it is the harsh, often ignored architecture of ambition. The moment you convince yourself that loyalty is unshakable, you have set the stage for your own destruction. Why? Because power is a battlefield where deception isn't the exception, it's the rule. From ancient courts to modern boardrooms, history is littered with the corpses of the naive, those who believed that trust was a virtue, that loyalty could stand the test of ambition, that genuine friendship could weather the storm of personal gain. But as Machiavelli so famously warned, the very act of believing in the permanence of loyalty is the first and most fatal mistake in the game of power. Alliances are forged not on love or camaraderie, but on the cold, hard calculus of mutual benefit. The moment your usefulness diminishes, so does the illusion of friendship. If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, you must see the world for what it truly is. A chessboard where every piece moves with intent, every player wears a mask, and every promise can be broken. The sooner you shed the comforting illusion of loyalty, the sooner you become immune to the most dangerous weapon in your enemy's arsenal, your own misplaced faith. Power is a game of deception, an intricate chessboard where every piece moves with purpose and every move is calculated. In the world of ambition, nothing is accidental. Every relationship, every conversation, every alliance is a move on a chessboard where the stakes are nothing less than survival. No one is your friend. Everyone is a strategist. The people who surround you, the ones who laugh at your jokes, who buy you drinks, who claim to have your back, are not what they seem. They are competitors cloaked in the illusion of companionship, each waiting for the precise moment to turn the blade when your guard is down. Machiavelli saw this with unrelenting clarity. To him, loyalty was not a virtue, but a fleeting convenience. Dissolving the moment personal interest was at risk. For the naive, trust is a badge of honor. For the master, trust is a chink in the armor, a vulnerability to be exploited. The battlefield of power is not a sanctuary for sincere friendships, but a relentless contest where every smile hides an agenda and every word spoken in confidence is ammunition for a future betrayal. History is a testament to this brutal truth. Alliances exist only as long as they are beneficial. The moment your value to others wanes, so too does their allegiance. The weak trust blindly, believing that bonds forged in times of prosperity will endure hardship. The wise know better. They understand that power corrupts relationships, that the higher you climb, the more your allies become your rivals. In the ruthless game of power, there are no permanent friends, only permanent interests. The world is not a sanctuary of sincere friendships, but a battlefield where every smile carries an agenda. If you look closely at the annals of history, betrayal is not the exception, it's the expectation. In every sphere of life, from business to politics to the intimacy of personal relationships, the architecture of ambition is built on a foundation of calculated self-interest. The stories of friends sabotaging each other for promotions, lovers abandoning promises for fleeting opportunities, or confidants weaponizing secrets are not anomalies. They are the norms. Why is betrayal so prevalent? Because survival dictates action and sentimentality is a liability. Machiavelli's wisdom, centuries old, is still razor-sharp today. Men forget the death of their father more easily than the loss of their wealth. Material gain trumps sentimentality every time. Morality is not the primary motivator in the corridors of power. Self-interest is. The ruler who wishes to remain in power must be willing to forsake virtue and adopt calculated ruthlessness. He must recognize that those who claim loyalty today may very well be plotting his downfall tomorrow. This is not just ancient wisdom, it's an everyday reality. In the age of information, betrayal can be instantaneous and devastating. A single mistake, a careless word, a private moment exposed can be turned against you. Friends vanish, supporters turn critics, and the empire you built crumbles under the weight of your own misplaced faith. Power by its very nature isolates. The higher you climb, the fewer people you can trust. There is a hidden cost to ambition, a price that few are willing to pay: the relentless solitude of power. The higher you rise, the more isolated you become. Every achievement, every victory, creates more eyes watching your every move, waiting for you to falter. The illusion of friendship fades as you realize that every individual around you is assessing your weaknesses, waiting for the perfect moment to exploit them. In the modern world, this reality is even more pronounced. The rapid spread of information, the culture of public scrutiny, and the insatiable thirst for downfall have made loyalty more fragile than ever. A single misstep can be amplified and dissected, turned against you in a flash. When that moment comes, who will stand by your side? More often than not, the very people who once praised you will be the first to condemn you, eager to distance themselves from a sinking ship. To believe in friendship in the game of power is to invite ruin. Every act of generosity is seen not as kindness, but as weakness. Every word spoken in confidence, a potential weapon. Your every move is scrutinized, your every vulnerability cataloged for future exploitation. This is the cold, unyielding reality of power. The closer you come to the top, the lonelier you become. Machiavelli urged rulers to embody both the fox and the lion, the cunning of deception and the strength of intimidation. Few thinkers understood the mechanics of power as deeply as Niccolò Machiavelli. His advice to rulers was clear and uncompromising. To survive and thrive, you must become both fox and lion, mastering the art of cunning while wielding the strength to intimidate. Deception is not a vice in the world of power, it is a necessity. Alliances are built not on trust, but on mutual benefit, and the moment your usefulness expires, so does the pretense of friendship. This lesson is even more critical in the 21st century. The tools of power have changed. Swords have been replaced by information, influence, and perception. But the game remains the same. Those who fail to grasp this reality are not just outmaneuvered, they are consumed. The naive believe that honor and shared experiences forge unbreakable bonds, but history is written by the ambitious, not the sentimental. Kings have been overthrown by their most trusted advisors. Empires have crumbled because rulers miscalculated the greed and hunger lurking behind loyal smiles. In today's world, betrayal is swift and often bloodless, carried out not with daggers but with social media, boardroom maneuvers, and whispers that ruin reputations overnight. Understanding Machiavelli's wisdom is not optional for those who seek power. It is essential for survival. If loyalty is an illusion and alliances are fleeting, then what remains? The answer is simple: self-reliance. Is there any hope for those who refuse to play the game of betrayal? If loyalty is a lie, if every alliance is temporary, what's left? The truth is both liberating and terrifying. The only ally you can ever truly depend on is yourself. The only loyalty that matters is the one you cultivate within. The unwavering trust in your own abilities, your judgment, and your capacity to anticipate betrayal. Machiavelli teaches us that survival in the game of power depends not on surrounding yourself with allies, but on ensuring that you are never in a position to be undone by them. To depend on others is to hand them the tools for your destruction. To believe in the permanence of friendships is to set yourself up for the most devastating fall. True strength lies in immunity to manipulation. Solitude is not a weakness, but the only real armor against treachery. Those who depend on no one cannot be blackmailed. Those with no fragile ties cannot be betrayed. The lonely road of power is harsh, but it is also the only path to true dominance. The pain of solitude is the price of control, and in the end, it is the only safeguard against the ever-looming threat of betrayal. As the silence settles, as you stand before the mirror, ask yourself, are you ready to forsake the comforting illusion for the brutal truth? Power does not corrupt, it reveals. It exposes the true nature of those around you and forces you to confront the depths of your own resilience. Can you withstand the solitude? Can you accept that every alliance is just another move in an endless game? In the end, the only person you can ever truly trust is yourself. As the crowds disperse, as the whispers of betrayal fade into silence, only one question remains. Did you play the game, or did the game play you? The pieces are always moving. The only thing that endures is the reflection staring back at you. The only ally you will ever truly have. If you want to seize control, if you want to survive the ruthless game of power, remember, trust is a luxury you cannot afford. The world is not a playground of friendships, but a battlefield of ambition. Play wisely, trust sparingly, and never forget, the only loyalty that matters is your own.